I'm going to talk about aliens. Now, I'm not as heavily into this as others in this field are, but I find it fascinating. Now, do I believe there's alien life? ET beings? Yeah, I do. I've seen too much to not believe it. And can I prove there's alien life? No. But I do see signs here and there that suggest as much. Look how diverse this planet is. Why wouldn't the rest of the universe be as diverse too? And who's to say there's not another planet like Earth, light years away from here, one with intelligent life in it? Also look at the technology boom we've had. We've had more technological advances in the 1900s alone than the previous 2,000 plus years combined. And how strange this happened shortly after all those reported UFO crashes. Coincidence? Think about it. Do you really think humans, as stupid, as self-centered as we are, really came up with all these high-tech toys on our own? People don't even bother asking how they got the technology to create things like HARP and nanobots, or even wireless devices, the internet. Yeah, I know people will point to people like Edison or Einstein or even Nikola Tesla. But how do we even know they came up with their inventions on their own? How do we know they didn't get help? And besides, those are one in a million type people. Seriously, we're really not that much smarter than we were before Christ. Also, look at the pyramids and other ancient structures. We'd have a hard enough time building those things so perfectly today. You really think primitive man pulled that off? Plus those carvings on walls and stone tablets. Some even depict ETs. And crop circles. Could people have done that? Yeah, I suppose they could. But I would think it would be very difficult to use a lawnmower to make those circles so perfectly rounded without it looking crooked and having an edge out of shape. And seriously, why bother going to those lengths anyways when there are much simpler ways to show off your artwork? And of course, there's UFO sightings. Could those strange aircrafts have been built here on Earth? Yeah, I believe it's not only possible but likely that that's the case. But it still goes back to where they got the technology to be able to build those things. And it wouldn't disprove the existence of alien life. Yeah, I've heard people, I've heard people, those who are supposedly awake to stuff, say that ET are another government psyop and they want people to believe aliens exist. No, sorry, I don't buy that. And if that was the case, they wouldn't be so tight-lipped about it. And it would have been talked about the same way we talk about normal everyday stuff. Instead, they tried to cover it up at first, and when that didn't work, they made it into something that can only exist in science fiction movies. Those in the truth movement would know that things like HARP, chemtrails, fluoride, vaccines, okay, the truth about those things are either being covered up or made into conspiracy theories. Well, I'm seeing the exact same tactics being used when it comes to alien life. And while we can't concretely prove that ET life exists, the fact that they're using the same cover-up and damage control tactics here as the other stuff I mentioned, it's pretty telling. Exactly how many movies and video games depict aliens as villains? Comic books in the 60s did this a lot too. Oh, and those who witnessed pretty convincing UFO and ET activity, yeah, they had gag orders on them. Okay, does all this sound familiar? Oh yeah, strange-looking skeletons, which people dismiss as either fake or a product of some type of disfigurement. Well, the truth is, we really don't know what they are. So until you actually do some serious looking into this stuff, you got no room to talk, right? And I know Bible buffs say that they're demons or fallen angels or whatever, as if the Bible and religion isn't another Illuminati brainwashing tool. But that's another topic which I'm not going to get into right now. Okay. Besides, a YouTube friend of mine, Bill1224601, already covered that one, as have so many others. Anyway, back to the point. I do believe there are bad aliens out there. That is true. But to label them all bad is as ridiculous as saying all Jews are evil, or all Christians are evil, or all Muslims are evil, or all blacks are evil, or all whites are evil, or all men are evil, or all women are evil, or all homosexuals are evil. Do you get my meaning? You've never even met these individuals, but you're already judging them. Based on what? There was even a report that a nuclear missile was mysteriously sabotaged and rendered relatively harmless after it was launched. Yeah, I don't remember when this happened, but the question is, how could that have happened? And notice it didn't receive mainstream media attention. So yeah, I do believe there's alien life. And from what I've seen from people, it's obvious that alien life scares people. Yeah, I know they'll deny it, but they're not fooling me. It may be beyond our ability to check if they do exist, but it does mean that they don't. Okay, and to say that they're all evil is foolish and naive. Okay, if some of us can be loving and peaceful, why wouldn't other races be the same way? And as for the Illuminati playing card, yeah, they may be setting the stage for for a fake alien invasion. But that doesn't mean real aliens don't exist. I can't say what they look like, or what they're capable of, or how they do things, or how many different types there are, or why they're here. Well, the bottom line is, unlike the rest of the planet's population, I'm not going to fear the idea that there are otherworld life forms. And I'm not going to disbelieve it either over the word of ill-informed skeptics.